those managing it now, are they capable? Is the question she poses, because it's only one Baba Raila Odinga who could manage it. And then there's a response from Oburu Oginga who says that it's Raila who left us in the broad-based government. If it comes to 2027, we shall look at the best person to talk with or go it alone, is the question, is the statement that Oburu Oginga is making there. Of course, he also spoke about those comments by Winnie Odinga, and you'll be listening to that clip shortly from now. You're also looking at Raila Reincarnate is the story of the Standard. Again, going on to talk about Winnie Odinga, who has burst onto the national stage, igniting a succession battle that could redefine or fracture the Odinga political empire. Her fiery debut at ODM's 20th anniversary in Mombasa energized supporters and unsettled rivals, signaling her intent to shape a party already split by competing camps. With Raila gone, ODM faces its most volatile moment in decades, an aging Oburu at the helm, rising factional tensions, and a bold new contender challenging the old order. Winnie's next moves could determine the party's future. And of course, we saw the events of the 4 days, was it 4? Yeah, since the arrival of the team on Thursday in Mombasa to mark those 20 years of resilience, as they called it, for the time the party has existed. Now, in studio, I also have Senator Eddie Okech. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning.
And I have Deputy Governor of Machakos County, Francis Monkagi. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's begin from that point. I don't know if Senator Okech, your experience at the ODM at 20 celebration, I don't know why you have a smile. Your experience with the ODM at 20 celebrations?
First of all, good morning to our viewers. I think this is the first interview that I've had on national TV or Citizen since the passing of my leader, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And I think that our community, that's the larger community of ODM, as Kenya, we are still grieving. And the pain that different people faces at different levels, you cannot say that it's a pain that perhaps has got a mourning period. Yeah. It's a grieving that will continue in the heart of many. And I want to take this chance to still grieve with our people who have got a different way of dealing with this pain. And it's in that context that I also mentioned that we had the ODM at 20, which previously had been organized with the party leader and agenda set with the party leader. Yeah. And despite that it had to go on, it was not the same as what would have been what would have had if our party leader was there. So for me, it was a responsibility that I had to take, and I had to take in the course of the fact that I am a NEC member of ODM. Right. I'm a member of NEC, and therefore it wasn't something that I would call a celebration for me. It was more a call for duty that I had to attend. Right. So I'm mixed up in terms of what I would call, what was your experience there? Because there were very strong sentiments that came out from different individuals. Yeah. That my lens is taking it with compassion, that different individuals who spoke at the convention had a different relationship with Raila Amolo Odinga. Right. And therefore there was no right or wrong. There was just different levels of grieving, different level of understanding, and different compassion that people bring on the table to where this party goes forward. Yeah.
All right. Very good English to also summarize what you saw there. Yes. Mheshimiwa Hamisi, I'm not sure it's all the celebrations, but what do you make of the developments that we witnessed there?
Yeah, just like Honorable Senator Okech, I'm also a member of ODM and also a member of the NEC, elected on an ODM twice from a very volatile area, actually an ODM zone. So that tells you that I'm one of those people who believed in the ideologies and the principles of the party
Sorry, Mheshimiwa, I'm told that we have a challenge with the microphone. Let's try and correct it. As we also wait to hear from the voices of Winnie Odinga and Dr. Oburu Oginga as they spoke at the celebrations, that also we can see the sort of mood that was there. Of course, very varied opinions by members of the ODM talking about the future of the political party, the status as it is. There are some who are alleging that there are people who are busy to sell the political party, but others saying that Raila Odinga left ODM within the broad-based government, and that should be the position up until 2027. Let's listen to what Winnie Odinga and Oburu Oginga spoke about.
Of ODM entrusted one person with the management of that relationship, and that person was Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Those that are taking it upon themselves to manage it now, are they capable of managing that relationship? We need to go back to the people and have an NDC and see who the people want to pick to manage that same relationship.
Winnie akisema ati Raila alikuwa hapo na sasa tutafute mwengine kusaidia kuendelesha hii broad-based government. Ninamwambia hiyo mtoto yangu tutaongea na yeye kinyumbani.
All right, as we get to fix what excuse me, what challenge we have with the Mheshimiwa here, Senator Okech, what was that about?
I think this is very consistent with what we as a party and what Raila Amolo Odinga, may his soul rest in peace, would have had. I think let me first of all say that the agenda of ODM at 20, as envisioned by Raila, and the agenda of ODM at 20, as it happened, would have been slightly different.
Okay.
This is my read of how this came out, because it's about the agenda of the ODM at 20. Because remember, the ODM at 20 started with the convention of National Governing Council.
Yeah.
And that National Governing Council confirmed and conferred responsibility of national party leadership to the different leaders of the party. And I think that perhaps Winnie might not have necessarily talked about the party leader position, because the party leader position is also defined in the ODM constitution. If you read the ODM constitution that was amended, I think, in 2016 at Bomas, the ODM constitution talks about a variety of national party leadership. And before Raila Amolo Odinga died, Raila Amolo Odinga had guided the party, if you remember, consistently in the last 6 months. He had guided the party on a path to grassroots elections. And then sometimes late this year or mid this year, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga guided on acting party positions for national positions of the party, in which he pronounced himself that those national leadership positions of the party will go to an NDC, what you call national elections. And this actually is defined on the ODM constitution, if I might pull it very fast. The constitution that was amended on 31st October 2016, if you look at Article 6.2 on the national election of national officials, there is timeline with which they will work. And the election of those national officials shall be conducted on the guiding principles that at least 1/3 shall be of either gender. That is 6.2.1. All national officials other than the Secretary for Parliamentary Affairs, which is now held by Millie, Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Secretary for Women Affairs, which is held by Honorable Beth Siengo. Secretary for Youth Affairs and the Executive Director shall be elected by the National Delegates Conference, subject to Article 2.2, all national officials shall hold office for a term of 5 years.
Right.
I think this is the context in which maybe Honorable Odinga was talking about.
Why would you second guess her? Because she's very clear, saying that the matters of broad-based government were managed by Raila Odinga.
Yes.
no other person would do that.
Yes.
Who is managing the affairs of broad-based government now within ODM?
Currently, the way it has manifested is that it is being managed by a number of national leaders of the party.
So who are they?
Right. So national leaders of the party are basically the key leaders of the party as it manifests.
Surely they have names, Senator. Who are they?
No, I mean, this is a matter of, and I don't think that is a sensational issue in the sense that we found ourselves.
I'm asking you a question. Do you know who is managing the broad-based government affairs from ODM? Who is William Ruto, the president, speaking to?
I mean, currently the president, as matter of the broad-based concern and the matter of party affairs concerned, is speaking to the party leader, the party leader, Honorable Oburu Odinga.
Okay.
He's also speaking to the Honorable Gladys Wanga.
Yeah.
And he's also speaking to other leaders like Honorable Junet Mohamed in the national organ of the party. But the reason why I think that the issue of complexity comes about is because when the broad-based government was formed, there were key ODM members that were donated into the broad-based government as experts, right?
Okay.
Into that.
That's fine. The broad-based relationship is complicated.
Yes.
Those managing it now, are they capable? That's what I'm dealing with. But I hear your answer. You have Gladys Wanga, in this order: Gladys Wanga, Dr. Oburu Odinga, and Junet Mohamed.
And I said, I would want this one to go on record, that there are also honorable members, senior members of ODM, who also joined the broad-based government.
The experts.
The experts.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying
that's fine. It's okay. It's okay, Senator. I hear your answer.
The complexity of it is that it's being managed by a number of people.
All right.
That I think then perhaps Winnie was questioning all that arrangement.
Okay.
But I think in the context of party position is that the election of the official top organs of the party should have gone to the NGC because it was a core agenda of the ODM at 20, which I was saying that maybe would not have happened if it was Baba's ODM at 20.
Sawa. Mheshimiwa Amesi, what do you make of all this? Why is Winnie questioning the management of the broad-based government?
Yeah, Winnie is perfectly in order to question the management of broad-based. I hope now I'm audible enough. Is okay. Yeah, and of course all of us are ODM. Let's not lie to ODM members carelessly. In fact, we are not doing a service to them, trying to hide and trying to destroy a party that was built through sweat and blood. What is happening in ODM is not even making Baba rest in peace, because we are looking at ODM that was left in the hands of wrong people. People do not have wisdom of leadership. Leadership is not just about public speaking or holding a position. You must also know what to talk when and why. And in a celebration of 20th anniversary, the speeches that came out of that anniversary, you wonder whether it was an anniversary or it was a funeral in a village there, where some leaders are threatening to leave the party if their space is questioned. Some leaders who are even serving in the government coming to, issue threats before delegates who are gathered across the country. It is not the ODM that we envisage. This is clearly a totally different ODM that I know. If you wonder if the same leader would have spoken the same way if Baba was alive. That with the leader say that twende na vipande zetu, kila mtu na kipande yake, for example, will those words have come out if Baba was alive? And you, as a member who has struggled with this party from a very, predominantly not so an ODM zone, and managed to vie and campaign for Baba throughout my 2 term as a member of parliament, I'm disheartened. My members are also wondering, what is this the ODM we know? What is happening? Who is the leader? And I agree with the Winnie. Yes, we need a national delegates conference as soon as possible. The constitution that Eddie was reading, he just left out something. I don't know that it was deliberate or it was... I quickly tried to look at... Yes, but Eddie left out a very important section of that constitution, which is 622B, that in the event that the party leader is unable to discharge of his or her duties by reason of physical or mental infirmity, death, resignation, or where or she ceases to be a party member or a member of parliament, a special session of the National Delegates Conference shall be convened to elect a party leader.
A special session of?
National Delegates Conference shall be convened to elect a new party leader.
NDC, not NGC.
Not NGC. It is very clear.
Yeah.
And it's the same constitution that he has been reading. So, you see, if we have to lead this country, then we need to start by leading the party properly.
Does that mean then that Dr. Oburu Oginga is party leader unconstitutionally?
Definitely it is, because this is the constitution of the party, and it can be challenged. In fact, if your nomination certificate will be signed by Oburu, it will be challenged in court. Because the constitution is very clear that you need a National Delegates Conference to elect a new party leader. And mark you, we have 3 deputy party leaders who can act. Why do we have deputy party leaders who cannot act as a party leader in absence of the... Why do we have them in the first case? Why do we have them? We don't need them. And the purpose of, even in our own constitution, in absence of the president, by whichever occurrences, the deputy takes over for the time being, waiting for the election. This was not envisaged. Nobody, in fact, some of us have always known Raila to be immortal, that he'll never die. It shook everybody. So this was an emergency session that needs somebody to act, not to just hurry up somebody to take over leadership, when the constitution is very clear that the party leader and all other officials, including some of us who have some level of leadership, we need to be subjected to the National Delegates Conference and be elected by the delegates. You need to serve with the authority of the members.
Okay, so then that makes it... It reminds me that when Raila Odinga was going to contest for the seat at the AUC, he had left the party leadership to someone else.
In acting capacity. Yes, Professor was there in acting capacity. And I thought...
He was not a deputy party leader.
Yes, but he was in acting capacity. Okay? And I thought probably that is the same reason why Oburu was there, just in acting capacity. But hurrying him to become a party leader, no, that one is against the constitution. You needed time.
No, before you respond, Senator Maina, you are not a member of ODM, but you have managed a political parties actually, including the governing party, which you led as a Secretary General. I mean, when you see such kind of things that are happening, and yes, everyone has the freedom to say what they may, and reaching 20 years is not a mean feat. What is ODM dealing with at this moment?
First of all, let me say that I completely offer my deepest condolences once again to the family of the late Honorable Raila Odinga, who wore very big shoes and who held a very key position at the ODM. And we have seen how Kenyans regarded him, respected him, even those who were not very friendly to him during his lifetime or during his leadership journey, turned around at his departure to appreciate his contribution towards democracy in Kenya. And that is a legacy that needs to be documented because he's been part of this journey. So once again, I say pole to Senator Eddie, together with my colleagues here, and to say that from a bird's eye view, ODM is in transition. And it's transitioning because a very key leader who was trusted, who resolved disputes, who talked to members, who was able to rein on members, departed from a seat. And they had to quickly make a decision, which I saw they made, to put in our colleague, Senator Oburu Odinga, as the party leader. And I think maybe the meeting they used, the NDC, whatever they called it, could have been done on interim basis, because you see, when a political party undertakes to do an NDC, they must be very clear what they are going to achieve in that NDC. Right now, it is very turbulent in the ODM, what I read from it, because I looked at the comments by Winnie, whom I must congratulate for offering her opinion on how she saw things. In fact, she really rose up to a position which maybe not many of us would have expected her to rise. But since she's a member of EALA, I would say from a gender perspective, she did very well to give that comment and to say she's questioning and she wants to be assured that whoever is going to handle that relationship will have the capacity and the ability to manage that relationship in a way that the party looks at its interests. You know, political parties are about interests. And the reason why now maybe the ODM is feeling the crisis is because, number one, we know Raila Amolo was very vibrant. Now, the personality of Raila is very different from the personality of Senator Oburu. He was able to lead. You know, ODM has grown through even demos, protests. They have always protested anything they felt was not what they wanted, or they felt they perceived was on what they had their people saying. So I think they are looking at the leadership style between their party leader, the departed party leader, and the one who has come in. Right. And then Winnie is in a unique position because he's a niece to the party leader now. That is why you had, when she raised a very key question, the first response she received from our colleague, Senator Oburu, was that tutaongea hii mambo nyumbani. But unfortunately, this is not mambo inaweza kuishia nyumbani. Haiwezi kuishia nyumbani. This is a very key question that was asked. And the reason why it's being asked because we have the lineup of the leadership of that party. Right. So you have led by Governor Gladys Wanga there. We have the likes of Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, very strong leaders, Governor Orengo, and we have a few others, Senator Osotsi. We have the ADs who are all in the NDC, very strong leadership at the helm. And then we have the CSs who are also from the ODM. Now, the CSs are in government. And naturally, you saw what CS Joho said. Hamtatutoa kafara. You know, like you are not going to we are not going to be sacrificial lambs. And mukitukujia, tuna wakujia. So what I would say is, before ODM proceeds to the NDC, if I was near there advising them, but they need to maybe pay me consultancy to advise them. Yes. If there's, especially if they want to, at some point, drive the government at top leadership, I would say it's time for them to sit back, calm the storm before proceeding to the NDC. Because if they proceed to NDC with what I saw yesterday, and I'm speaking from a bird's eye view, ODM may as well turn into 3-4 factions. And I'm not prophesying doom, because my view as a former emeritus SG of the UDA is that we must help political parties like ODM to be strong enough. We must have structures that help political party like ODM to be strong enough, the ruling party to be strong enough, so that we have clear political ideologies, so that we reduce the political crisis we've been having in the country, where people feel as though, what does this political party stand for? They are not very clear. Okay. So and I want to congratulate, first of all, ODM for reaching 20. Actually, let me tell you, I admire you for having walked that journey. Though you haven't been able to take power from the likes of UDA and us as Secretary General, and there's always something to learn from one another, they have walked a journey. their party is not something you can ignore in Kenya. And ODM is not a party that should be broken into pieces.
Okay.
In actual fact, if I speak as now not aligned to any party, if I speak as a neutral expert, I would say that we must help our political party system to go to that ideology where you see in the UK, you have the Conservatives, isn't it? And the Liberals, and each of them, you can tell what their ideology is. Even in the US, the Republicans and the Democrats, you can tell. So if ODM does not manage this crisis, and that crisis, the best way to manage a crisis is to see how do you resolve the disputes.
Okay.
What Winnie has said should not be ignored. And my colleague, Senator Oburu Odinga, should not say this is something we can discuss at home. ODM is a big political party. It's been built, the building blocks are by many people. So let ODM first settle a few internal disputes within before they proceed on to that NDC. Because if they proceed on with the current energy that I saw, it was almost like they are jostling for power, which is a bit expected because it's politics. People want to position themselves to have that, to be the ones to be consulted by the president, let's say. In the relationship.
Okay. All right. I'll get back to you. Let me hear from the Deputy Governor of Machakos here, because this is a party that your party has associated with since the election of 2013. We didn't see your party leader. I think he had said that he will not be attending the ODM at 20 celebrations. But what are you making of these developments within ODM?
Thank you, Sam. And today will go down historic. As Citizen TV and you, Sam, you have done very well to invite this panel, especially the Secretary General, Maina, Senator, who is known to form ruling political parties.
Thank you.
So I'm urging the two differing ODM members to heed a call to maybe to contract her so that you can move forward very well. Now, I joined the panel in also sending my deepest sympathies to the departed ODM leader. In fact, Sam, we went to pay homage to him, and we took so many cows. I was expecting my brother Eddie, Senator Eddie, to be somewhere around there, but I saw him elsewhere, but it is okay. Coming to the question, I think ODM has been in the likes of ANC in South Africa, within the continent, and the former CCM in Tanzania. I'm saying former because they did something strange, which does not reflect what they believe in. Now, ODM at 20. First, congratulations. We have known political parties in this country to just die at the end of the elections. Especially post-democratic era of the current constitution. This one has grown and became a political movement that was pro-people. Quoting the late leader, Raila Odinga, I think he said in public, you know, Caleb and Eddie, they had another advantage of having one-on-one with the late leader. But what he said in public is, listen to the position of the party from the SG. But if you see what is emerging now, and I agree with Senator Maina, when she says, unless they handle what is happening currently, they handle it carefully, they might come up with the factions within ODM, as we are seeing. Even here, you can see the two members are differing. And by the way, having different opinions.
Okay.
And at 20, I think they did pretty well. Listen to Winnie. one of the last comments of the late leader was, other than listening to the SG as the position of the party, he also went ahead and said, ODM is a pro-people movement.
Yeah.
Then Winnie is questioning about the management of a relationship of broad-based. But from where I come from, we don't know that term. It is something I told you sometimes back.
Yeah, yeah.
It is bread-based. And then the people there know that. And somehow I agree with them. So that management of that relationship is also important, because it might, the broad-based relationship might grow ODM,
yeah,
or might mark the disintegration of ODM. Because of, if the government they are supporting or they are working with succeeds, then ODM can stand and say, you saw we came in when things were like this, but now as we exit, things are like this.
Yeah.
But in the event, it is the usual promises and lies. I'm telling you, it is going to sink the party.
Promises and lies, you say. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more. But as we do so, let's listen to what Winnie Odinga said about ODM and how it was formed.
People get confused and they act in strange ways. Lakini if anyone is thinking like that, wajue kwamba ODM inajenga na hatuna mchezo. ODM si chama kilichojazaliwa kama siri. Nasikia kuna wengine ambao wanatembea nasi mchana, lakini usiku wanajaribu kuuza hii chama. Haiwezekani. ODM was not born in a bedroom. It was not made in a bedroom. So its future will not be discussed as pillow talk. It has been the heartbeat of the Kenyan people for 20 years. ODM was born from protest. It was raised in resistance. And the people of ODM have time and time again bled, sweat, and shed tears for this country called Kenya.